morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is, how we doing? Just on the RMS Discord channel, if you've not seen that, definitely worth having a look at RMS Diagnostics on YouTube and also their Discord channel. Lots of really interesting chats happening over there as regards to car-related subjects, auto electrical, and general chit chat amongst people in the trade or general interest. I was chatting with a guy called Fleming, and he spotted the battery drain test tool, which was made by Gadgets Online or the Gadgets playlist on YouTube, and I think MA Diagnostics has got one as well. Looking into that, it's quite a complicated tool to make, and knowing that a few guys have got Pico scopes, you can actually have a setup with the Pico scope where you can leave your Pico scope setup on the vehicle and look at the progress on a separate device through Wi-Fi. Now the Gadgets playlist device has its own Wi-Fi built in, so you would connect your phone or other device to the device itself and you can view it that way. Now the limitation with that is the Wi-Fi in the device only reaches so far. It's a good enough distance if you're staying within the workshop sort of area. However, if you were to say you wanted to go do a mobile job and leave your Picoscope setup or the Gadgets playlist device on a vehicle and move 20 miles down the road, with the Gadgets playlist device you could not connect to it and view the current draw 20 mile away. However, with the Picoscope setup, there is a way you can do it via the cloud. Now they've been very clever at Pico. They have a piece of software which will allow you to do all this, and you can view it on any device platform, whether it be Android, Apple devices. If you can get a connection to a computer somewhere else over the internet, you can view it through that as well. So what I've done is a basic parasitic draw test set up just to show you. We've got the resistor, shunt resistor. That's quite a big resistor, very good, it's never let me down. Some of the smaller ones you can get on eBay don't last 5 minutes. This one was about 40 quid. I think I got it from Amazon. But if you look at those numbers on there, I'm sure you'll be able to do a Google search and get hold of that one. So we've put the resistor across the negative of the battery and to the negative terminal on the wiring there. I've also put a standard probe from the Picoscope off channel 1 across the resistor. So if you can do your maths channel setup on your Picoscope, you can do this as well. This also works with your amps clamp, although I think I need to put a new battery in mine because I've not got the same measurements or amps draw across both tools. So moving over, what we've got, if you can see the screen, we've got a program called Pico Log. Now if you Google that, you can get it downloaded. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. Plug your Picoscope in as usual, set your Picoscope up to do your battery parasitic drain test. Picoscope on YouTube will tell you how to set this program up with this. It's very simple. What I'll do is I'll just go and pause this. Click on channel A. You can click on your equation or whatever probe you're looking to set up through it. 1-to-1 no scaling, that's just your standard lead. If you go and set up a shunt resistor to do a shunt resistance test, you can put your equation in there as well. If you don't know the equation, that's the equation for the resistor I've got. It's a 0.1 ohm resistor, and you'll be able to configure this so you can output the readings into amps. I'll just cancel all this because I've already set it all up. I've gone ahead and set up 2 channels, one for shunt resistor with the equation and one for amps clamp. Once you've set all that up, you should have a reading over to the right. Now at the moment my van's delatched from the power supply because I've had the door open for a while, so we're reading absolutely next to nothing. But if I just press the door pin and bring the interior light on, you can see the figures change. So channel B is the amps clamp. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'll have a look at that. It probably needs a new battery. With me being on the slightly older generation Pico scope, my clamps are running the 9-volt battery. If we move over to the top of the screen, we can click continue recording. We'll start again. Now this program will record for as long as you tell it to record. At the moment I've got this set up for 1 hour. So you could leave that set up in the vehicle, just merrily recording away. Obviously if you're going to be away for a few hours, don't use the amps clamp because that will drift. The figures from it will drift over time. The shunt resistor method is probably better with the equation. So let's say you're now away from the job, away from the workshop. You can download this. This is just a website. It's not an app, it's a website. And open up Pico Cloud. So this here, Vivaro Van Test, that's the one we're looking at. If we click on that, give it a double click, you can then view the data that you've set up in the vehicle. I'll just move it across. You see the gaps there in the data. That's just where I've just hit the pause button and continue recording. If you zoom right in, here it is. Look, there's the measurements from the amps clamp. And there's our shunt resistor measurements. All this information is available on the internet. Straight to Pico Scope, picoauto.com. You'll be able to find detailed information on there. If you struggle to find it on there, just Google it. It will certainly come up. Failing that, if you're on the RMS Discord, just give Gaz VDS a shout, and I will help you set it up. Right. Cheers, guys.